Hello, is this working? Hi there, name is Carlos. As you understand, I am the owner of this channel. Sorry if that sounds redundant. This is my first time doing a live stream. Anyway, I want to tell you that thanks a lot for the support that you gave to my videos. So I have a lot to say. This journey on YouTube has been amazing. Well, Ezra, how are you doing there? Doing good, right? So I'm gonna I'm gonna share a link for the stream to see. Thank you. I'm sharing a link to the stream to see if anyone would like to join. So let's see if someone wants to do anything. I don't know. This is my first time doing a live stream. So you've been wondering what happened to me and what happened to the series of things I've done in the channel. Well, let's go to let's go to it in order to see what is. Let's go to it in order to see what's going to happen to the series before we are gonna watch. Do you see the here's the what's happening on channel? Here you can see what's happening. There are the videos I've made, and you've seen that my upload schedule isn't the best. I would rather say I've been way bad at administrating. So, hey,
Hi.
Ezra, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, I guess. I just need to fix the lighting. And,
Oh,
right, I
sorry.
think this will be fine.
Yeah. How have things been going lately?
Uh, I'm lately. Last week, I started my driving course.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not the best at starting conversations. If you know, sorry. Anyway, if you've seen my upload schedule, you've seen that I'm not bad, but outright awful at administering the schedule of my videos. From you could see that from
Yeah, I see that
2020.
it's been pretty inconsistent.
Yeah, that's the better word for it. Anyway, there's a before I want to talk about what happened to Deluxe Gauntlet. If you've seen the here's.
Hello.
Oh, I sorry. Is that I don't know why
Yeah, I
YouTube.
hear it because it's been so long since the camp has done any progress.
Yeah, that's because, well, I took this month because, as you know, this is my last year of school, and I even though I don't have as much academic work to do as last year, yeah, I kind of found myself because I wanna give you context. There is in my school there are what is called techniques, which is basically university before university. The one this doesn't have
Mm.
anything to do, but the one I grabbed was the graphic design related one.
Ah, actually, I don't know what to do after high school. Really, uh, I've I I have thought of IT, but also but in March I started learning a constructed language called Toki Pauna. Here I even have the book by the
Oh,
creator
really?
herself, Sonia Lang. Yes, and after that, and since March, and after that, I've actually found linguistics to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, even though I'm not very interested in linguistics, I'm glad you found something to like about him.
Yes, and and I even got something that I'd want to to upload to YouTube. Have you seen my PowerPoint decathlon like that? Mm,
The decathlons,
yes, yes,
the
and
the slideshow
I'm going to
ones.
do something similar, but in Tokipona, I'm calling it Utalapiculemute, or
Oh,
the Fight of Many Colors.
oh, sounds interesting. It will be in a slideshow or in Algodo.
Sorry, I'm clearing up my desk. There will be 12 contestants. Uh, with the competition will run on points.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I've also recently started working on the mod, mod episode 3. It's not There's not much progress right now, but there is nonetheless.
Well, more progress than I've ever given to my projects. That is, sorry. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know if. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just not good with. Hey, Star Switch, how are you doing there?
At E. Happy at E. Every E.
Hello.
Hmm.
D. E. E. O. E. N. D. P. O. O. D. T. H. X. S.
So
Okay, I think this is really bad text to speech
text to speech.
because I don't think it gets the pronunciation right.
Uh, well, going back to what I was talking about, do you see this camp that has been inactive for ever since 4 days after my big birthday, actually? So you've seen that the past 6 months, for the for the at least 4 months, if I remember correctly, the last time I spoke in Discord.
I think
Yeah,
4 months.
I haven't been active, and that's because I've realized that I haven't been participating as much as camps as I used to. Not be, some because I've lost the having fun for them, and others because both stuff from life and from internet has been mixing together, and I've been procrastinating both things a lot, and I kinda and looking back at videos, not only from this camp, but from the camp that came before it, which was the one that ended with not with the top 10 video, but not with the top 10 video, because that was the last challenge that was successfully done. But the picking box challenge. Seeing both this and that, because first, looking back at it, it didn't look as good as I remember. But on the other hand, I can see what the problem of my camps were, and that was I was focusing more on how the camp was going to show rather than the camp itself. As you can see,
Mm.
it has pretty good visuals, or at least what I thought were good visuals at the moment I did them, and to make the effects on, Microsoft
Mm.
PowerPoint. Well, looking back at it,
Mm.
there are things that could definitely be done better, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. What I want to announce is that after literally that could, what basically were 5 years of trying to not only do this camp, this all original character camp, but rebooting it because I wasn't happy with the first result. I realized that I forgot what made camps fun. What made camps fun
Mm.
weren't the videos it's on themselves, nor any lore or the challenges in general. What made camps good, and participating in Camp Rainbow made me realize that what made camps what made camps memorable were the players. Where was everything that happened behind the scenes, because unlike other
Yeah, I think camps with lore are just better because they have better storytelling, for example.
yeah, at least that was what I used to try. Remember what I used to try. Remember. I'm sorry. I'm searching for
Mhm.
the.
Uh, actually, uh, with I actually kind of weekly did this in my own camp, mud, which like the first two challenges were about putting things that are scrambled in order.
Oh, I've never realized how similar those challenges were. What I mean is that well, I'm trying to find the item, but so I'm here's where's the item bag with toxic pen, because there was something that was supposed to be. I think there was something that was supposed to be plot relevant. I mean, I don't know where it is right now. So I think I should look. Sorry if this is taking a little more time than it should, but I'm just trying to. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Looking back at it, well, because, well, where's where's the item box?
Mhm.
Well, there was what I was going to say is that there was going to be an item that was supposed to be plot relevant, at least in the 2020 version of the Lux Gauntlet. And
Mhm.
well, we are going. Well, let's wait for. Wait, it wasn't there. I don't. Uh, but since I cannot find the footage right now, there was supposed. I all I can say is that there was supposed to be a black necklace belt in in this version. In the other one, which is the Lux Gauntlet, the way the quote unquote villain was going to appear in the videos, there were two ways. In CACB OCC, it was supposed to be an item what triggered the whole villainesque thing in the show, while while not being shown at all, it was supposed to be the plan was supposed to be replace the to possess all the scrap characters, which were the ones up for resigning up and to take over the camp and basic shenanigans from Object Gambler. But you know, both I think one of the reasons why I haven't been able both to participate in camps and to continue my own, it was because nothing was enough for me. I wanted to make the best product possible, that I forgot that camps are supposed to be fun.
Yeah,
That,
they are supposed to be fun.
and that was the main problem with the scamp. I wasn't trying to have fun. I was trying to make a show,
Mm.
which is the main reason why I neglected every reboot I tried to do with my actual Object show, because looking because yeah because this version of the show, it's basically scrapped. It's basically scrapped. But I mean, I'm planning a new one, but yeah, most of these characters are not going to appear again. For example, OC creator I accidentally created a quote unquote god character, and you know how broken it will be to have them as a competitor without either making him either too overpowered are really underused. So, for example, this is a this is someone that I have to scrap, even though I really like the character back then. And for example, there were characters that were literally stolen, and that get me started on this frame.
Yeah,
It's
after I saw what Steven Universe looked like, I knew that you must have taken some inspiration.
that's the funny thing. I'm not a Steven Universe fan.
Hmm.
This is the I even sometimes when I showed my OC at school, even there I received comparisons with my character's T-shirt and Steven Universe, despite not being even a fan of the show.
Hmm.
But yeah, just look at this frame, the awful colors, the illustrations.
Hmm.
I could say, and being 13 is not even an excuse because I've seen object shows from people similar of my age that look way better than this.
Uh, Actually, I got a question. Do you remember CCKR?
CCTR?
CCKR, the game by Kyoton.
CCKR.
Because, yes, and this one is, well, Ornect went inactive, so in your absence, Kyoton has been running it the entire thing.
Yeah, I actually quite remember
Mm.
that I was supposed to be a co-host, but at the end I ended up doing nothing because yeah, not because at the same time that this I was starting my last year of school, I also realized that I joined way too many camps, and I'm like I've literally filled the 99 server limit because of it. And to be honest, I really wanted a break from
Mm.
it. So I am so rather than trying to postpone anything related to this, I am go I'm going to announce one thing. Deluxe, after 5 years, the original object character camp concept that started from 2020 to this reboot, I'm finally going to let it go. I'm finally going to give a chance to new projects because trying to surface on an idea from 5 years ago that at some point I've stopped having fun with was pretty bad looking back at it.
Mm.
And instead, I want, and right now I've thought of two projects that I want to do to revive this channel. I'm going to show them. Give me a sec.
Mhm.
Really, I am. Well, I will instead. I'm doing right now. I'm doing something. Where is Keynote? Keynote. Do you still have? Or never mind. Never mind. I'm the first project that I'm going to do. The first project I'm going to do is a basic, simple BFDI camp. I'm working on the I'm working on the
Mm.
slides, and I decided that instead of doing them the animation projects that they used to be, I wanted to make them a little more simple. Remember, I don't know why I say remember. You definitely know what Battle for Space Palace is. Well,
Yes, I do remember. I've watched the video where Pi got eliminated a lot of times, just so that so I got to watch the elimination order a lot, but didn't bother much to watch the actual camp itself.
yeah. Well, I decided to go to a simpler by to a simple vibe like the old camps used to have, because I know that rather than trying to make the best slideshow, I just need a simple formula in order to have the camp
Yeah,
go
that's
faster.
yeah, that's there can be an enjoyable camp even if it doesn't look like an object show. Because I know for a fact Hilton Nine's camps are good.
You're referring to the original seasons of Battle for Magic, right? Well, yeah, I decided that in order to make a camp a little bit faster, I just had to simplify things.
Mhm.
Not because not
Why not
because
just make it all on Discord?
uh because on one hand really that good administrating the I'm not really that good administrating the project. On the other hand, I want to make on the other hand, I think that while I don't want to I don't want to make uh I don't want to make visual wonders like I tried to do in the past. I do think that YouTube could give a better, not only that, but because at some point I I got really fond of the YouTube formula. So both because this is the way I want to show the camp, but also because there are some things that the Discord format couldn't couldn't
Mm.
do as well. Not because I think it's better or worse. It's rather a personal preference.
Oh, okay. Rather personal preference.
And in the other hand, and then there's a new object show. Once I think once I get to show the once I get to show
Hmm.
once I get to show what I'm the thing I'm going to do, I am going to show you this little new object show I'm
Okay.
working. So Here we have. If you ask what I'm showing you random 24 objects, you
Yeah,
may
yeah,
like
I know what you're going to say. Those will be the contestants.
definitely. There are some that you are definitely familiar with, but most of them are completely new. But do you know who is someone everybody know at this point? Not who the host will be, but rather the character on itself. Wanna guess who's gonna host the subject show?
Mm, wait, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if, like, okay. Wait, what was your question?
Who it won't be any of these 24 objects, but who do you think will host this subject show?
I think, mm, I think the one with AV on it. I don't know.
I'm not referring to the to these 24 because these 24 are the
Those will be the
contestants.
contestants, yes?
But
Like,
okay, I'm going to reveal it. Reveal it. Yep, Fuchsia Coin will be upgraded from contestant to host of his
uh,
own.
okay. I think, yeah, it could work because because a character with similar dimensions was also the host of Object Multiverse. I only like watched the old version of that show, which
Yeah,
not the new one.
I watch both while I'm invested on what Jacob has to offer for his show. I'm still nostalgic from the crossover between both shows.
Hmm.
Here's the name of what the object show will be called.
Oh, that's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, it's the joke is that Fuchsia Coin, being a fanatic of object shows, he basically decided to start his own and trying to come
Mhm.
up with an acronym. He decides to better call it
Mhm.
with the word bottled rather than to tell the whole thing because he thinks it will be catchier.
Oh, yeah, that is catchy.
So after all of the stuff, well, at least I'm glad to show the new projects I'll be working on for this channel since I think doing
Mm-hmm.
other projects out with them will be pretty hard to manage, and to be honest, I kind of found a relief of being eliminated of the camp when you told me because I was in way too many. And sorry if but yeah, I kind of got glad. If I were eliminated in other camps I don't know what happened in other camps that I was in, but yeah, I've been in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be surprised if I managed to strike out of any
Uh,
camp I was. But yeah, at least about what's going to happen. In short, what's going to happen with the projects on this channel is that Deluxe Gauntlet will it's definitely over, and
mm.
Battle.
Okay, but okay. I'll actually want to show how it looks like. You just give me a sec. I uploaded something to present.
Okay, Is
This
this
is
like
the logo of Utalapiculamute. It's actually that name in this in a writing system called Citalen, which
what
is
is?
a logography created for this language.
Oh, it looks interesting.
Yeah, and you can already see all the 12 colors that will be in the competition.
Yeah, magenta, orange. I don't know if it's magenta or purple,
I think
yellow,
it's more like purple.
orange, lime, or green.
I'd say there's just one green in this version.
So we are going to refer to green as the
Actually,
hexadecimal.
yeah, I this will actually be all in Tokipona, so it will use its color terms. However, there are only 5 color names for in the language, and for some I'll use 2 words. For
Oh,
example, purple is loye is no, it's lasso loye, blue red, and the yellow is yellow like in English. Orange is loye yellow, red yellow, and, and this green one is lasso yellow or green yellow because lasso can actually mean both blue and green. Mm. White is walo, brown is loye pimea or dark red. The modifiers always go after the word they modify. Red is
so
loye, cyan
brown.
is lasso, and this blue is lasso pimea, the gray is walo pimea, black is just pimea, and pink is loye walo.
So it works like the naming of the colors that come in some boxes.
Yeah, for some colors I had to use 2 words.
Mm. So it's like the colors of some marble races I've seen, like dark purple, for example.
Hmm. But this will be a small competition, just 12 colors, so this is not going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean sometimes less is more.
Yeah, and the language itself only has 120 core words, but in practice there are more words that are considered to be the essential set, 37 words.
37, 37 out of 100. Do I do I sorry. Una pu- What happened in the camps that I was gone from during the time during the period that I was away
Mhm.
outside of Camp Rainbow reviving and me getting eliminated from Muck.
H I I
Well, how much have you been into the object show community?
I think I I don't know how long I've been but I've been watching BFDI since like 2013 or 2014, and I think that without it I wouldn't get to the level of English that I use now.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, something similar happened to me, but rather than 2013, I met BFDI in late 2015.
Oh,
One, and it was like a butterfly effect. Once I've seen my brother watching a month prior videos about colorful pigments that were participating in different events and earning points. You know which series I'm talking
yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah.
And then a month later, I saw him watching the first episode of PFDI, and I decided to join because I was interested in it. But at the time, I didn't know how much that would change my life. Before that I was as average as a kid I could be. But then then I had then BFDI changed everything. I
Hmm.
was wondered. I was amazed by how creative the community could be watching those different object shows, both animated and slideshows,
Mm,
change something on me. It's like
okay.
I got
Uh,
something.
wow.
I
It's already telling me so much.
so I never.
But
It's like
there's one thing that that kind of disappoints me. Some people claim the object show community has turned toxic.
uh, would rather say it not, at least not in the other. I don't agree. I'm with you. I don't say it has become toxic because just look back at the objects at war scandal. With the exception of the object constitution thingy, the rest with the creator of objects at war was basically cyberbullying. So I won't say the community is toxic. Well, compared to other fandoms, yeah, even less. But that the community had always had its problems. But which
Mm,
community is perfect to be? If you which community is perfect?
there is no perfect community
Definitely,
because nothing is perfect.
yeah. That's why it's rather, well. I don't know in English, but in my language, it's called amarillismo, where a situation which is a similar word to clickbait or
Mm,
H bait, which it's made to basically attract you, even if the information, with how exaggerated the information is, because because they are comparing with what is basically with what's basically any other community on. I don't know. I don't really use Twitter as much, but I've seen and heard that Twitter can be really toxic.
yeah. Also, a lot of people abandon Twitter because of because of the because it would start integrating AI even more. That's why I left for Blue Sky. I didn't even have a following on Twitter in the first place,
Yeah,
so it was easy to make the switch for me at
yeah.
least.
I created an account on 2020, but after the day I logged in, I didn't use it again because at the time I wasn't very invested on the site. At the time I was just Discord, DeviantArt, and YouTube. So yeah, it wasn't so. I've never really used Twitter that much, except for when I got invested in Show November, where I didn't even use it to write. I just wasn't spectator,
Mm.
so it's like I'm definitely. I if Twitter was deleted one day, I could perfectly live my life without it.
Mhm. Okay. Actually, I've not been making videos for some time, but I've been thinking of making a separate channel for my lower quality or unscripted content, which means Ezra Reacts would go to that new channel.
Which is the name from? Which will be the name?
I think the question I tried to ask was what will be the name. I've
What
not really decided on something fine, on anything final.
after changing my username for this channel like 4 times, I understand how hard it is to think of a good name.
I'm not saying I'm changing the name of my channel. No,
No, I'm
it's
talking
more
about,
like a Carrick Humany situation. He has
yeah,
that second channel for his stuff, and for some reason that also includes WoW, but maybe because it's for a different audience.
yeah. I was referring in the sense of I was referring in the sense of how hard can coming up with a good name be.
One, three, two. My channel's name, the name my channel's name just derives from my last name backwards. I
Yeah,
really liked the idea.
yeah. For example, my name. Well, if you've seen the names I had on YouTube, my first name has always been a part
Yeah,
of the user.
shows people that you're proud to be of your Latino heritage.
Yeah. Bueno, yo vengo de El Salvador. El Salvador, el cual es un país, aunque no es el más pequeño, sí. Sorry, I kinda started speaking Spanish for, yeah, yeah. El Salvador may not be a big country, but I actually like being there.
And as I'm speaking, I'm actually making a. So I'm actually visiting some project of mine that I just didn't upload. It's called the Fire Elimination Order, compiled into one video. I've had this for. I've had not really touched this in months, I think. I've just never found the time to upload it. But there were some things that needed fixing, but I guess I will also do that. But I guess I will upload it. At the best, it could be today, but if not, it'll be in one of the coming days.
Yeah, at least I don't, probably in a week or two the first episode of Battle will be released. As
Okay.
for as for the BFDI camp, I'm hoping to the object release the sign up video either tomorrow or in Monday.
Mm-hmm. 235.
I think I think that what I needed to what I that maybe the reason I ran from YouTube for a while was because I was trying to run away from the truth that didn't have the healthiest relationship with object camps, with joining and neglecting the ones that I was participating at, and basically uh, leaving in the dust the one I was making.
What is it? Oh, I don't think the. Yeah, I don't think it is. But I don't think it is a bad idea to say that you won't be joining more camps. I think people will generally understand. I've been, right now I'm in fewer camps than I've been in, than I think, than I think 4 or 5 years ago. Mostly because life got busier, and also I got, and also like I said earlier, new, got a new hobby in March that is Tokiponga.
Some yeah, sometimes yeah. it's better if we try to find different things to enjoy, so
Yeah.
we can expand of what we like and want to do.
Mm, mhm. Right now, what I'm doing is actually because there will be a list of cards that because every contestant will be represented not by generic artwork, but a specific, but it will have an artwork from the trading card game, and making corrections to the list of cards because it was just outdated.
Okay.
youtube.com.
It's mhm. Okay, but apparently there's also going to be the next Teapot episode pretty soon, and right now I've not made this decision. I've not made the new channel yet, so it will just go on my main channel.
The
Yes,
reaction to the episode.
yes.
I mean, I don't know how close is the how close. I don't know if I am 1 hour prior, later, or at the same time zone of where the VidCon is occurring. So I
Yeah, the premiere is apparently going to be on VidCon, and later it will be on YouTube.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know how much it will differ between the
I don't know
VidCon.
if it differs much, but there were some details that differed in BFDIA 14. I think that was the one.
Yeah.
but
the one,
because
between
not
the,
VidCon, but but it was a
yeah, it
premiere at an
was an,
event.
yeah, the it was a regular BFDI. It was one of the BFDI and Insanity cons where rather than being featured on another event, they were the ones organizing it.
Mm. Um, oh, okay. What to say, but right now, still doing that fire elimination order video. I also had planned a from hell video of that, but I also haven't. But I also haven't recorded it. It's just sitting there, ready to be released uh, from from my box of ideas that I just left behind.
Yeah, I kinda have some of these. For example, I was, I am planning. I was doing back at December from last year. I was starting to make a Battle for Regal Planet from Hell video, but
Mm,
I, I don't know why not, it isn't incomplete. If I remember correctly, I what I have from it right now is until some of the first episodes of the
B,
Neo era.
B, B,
mm.
L, C, L,
I think
O,
uh, I
B,
know I know that I separated the 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 BFRP and BFRP Neo elimination orders, but more of it was a. But I don't know. Maybe it was more of a practical. Well, what? Yeah, I actually worked on some of it after I ended the first part, and yeah, I in the video I also said that uh, uh, that actually no, the production took so long because of the score bars and the point pulse.
The ones that started occurring at the marriage.
Ye- Yes, and also I did see and I also still remember that comment by uh, the one who played Suitcase, and that they really they got, and they wanted to know how far they got.
Yeah. Another one I have sitting in the corner, but not because I was procrastinating on it, but rather because it hasn't ended yet. Is the Camp Rainbow from Hell.
Oh, that is also an interesting a good idea. There is already I still remember that one fell off in Heavy Insanity the first season that got taken down when the channel got deleted. But
Oh,
Penn
the
still
one.
made but Penn still made a second one
Yeah,
because he felt that it was missing.
yeah. Rather, besides the color scheme of the elimination order changing, everything was almost the same. Because even the same, I remember that the same music was used in the original one made by Retro.
Yeah, I yeah, that is correct.
HE. LL.
I found right now I am on the last elimination I've done is I think the one the, the it's the pencil one, before before the final rejoin, because that was the last rejoin slash debut from BFRP was truly an event because there were two rejoiners and two debuters at the same time.
Yeah, and it just went into merge at that.
Yeah, another idea but I've I've forgotten it for a while, and now I'm just remembering is that I had an object survival island randomizer plan.
Oh,
The one who kinda popularized the randomized object show videos.
hmm. Yeah, actually, the, actually, well, I think the original one was made by that user who I by that one who played who got who according to me got falsely shut down on YouTube. I Yeah, because apparently, yeah, and only after I checked their DeviantArt I knew why the original BFDA randomized could not be found on YouTube.
There was one before. There was one before bombs.
Yep, I still remember, but it only lasted one episode, or like the first 5 episodes of BFDI.
It. I
The
don't know
teams,
if
the captains were Rocky and Woody. Uh, the first team winning was The first uh, episode one, Rocky's team won and Bubble got eliminated. So, no, episode two, Rocky's team won again and Penn got eliminated. Episode 3, Woody's team finally won and Fiery was eliminated. Episode 4, Coiny and Blocky were in a tiebreaker and well, Rocky's team won, and Blocky got eliminated while Coiny survived. And there was, and the next elimination would have been in the next episode, but it was never released. And I
so.
just I don't remember much of what people were on what team. Though I
Yeah.
do remember that Pencil, Sponge, and Spongy were on Rocky's team.
So okay.
And by off, Rocky's team name had their team names were not Squishy Cherries and Squashy Grapes. Uh, Rocky's team was named with Quicksilver or something, but I think something Quicksilver, but I don't remember the full name because the other one, Shark Chuckers, was more catchy.
So they didn't use
Yeah,
so
the team names were not the same as in the original BFDI, but Bombs just used the team names that actually happened.
yeah, because if I remember correctly, the teams weren't chosen by the contestants. The teams were chosen by the announcer because he couldn't bother with the contestants arguing. Now that
But that's just a thing in a lot of the BFDI randomizers, yeah. Uh, but he let the team captains were Flower and I don't remember who. Maybe I think it was Blocky, but uh, yeah, Flower's team was the Squashy Grapes and Blocky was the Squishy Cherries.
yeah,
He just left the team names as is.
well, the Object Survival Island randomizer that I made last year, kinda I decided that in homage to what was the original randomizer, I decided to keep the team names. Here is here is a slide that I decided to open the file, and here is a slide of which were the which were the teams. Well, are if I decide are if after the release of both videos I decide to release this, which have the which have Lemon and Cotton Candy as the team leaders, while I've decided to make my own logos for the teams because the original Object Show didn't have a- any team logo at all.
Oh, yeah, but I think you've seen the latest Fire episode where I also showed all the team logos. What do you think of them?
The team logos of which show?
No, not Fire Mud. I'm getting confused at this point.
Sorry, don't worry, I'm confused too.
Duo.
Mud didn't. Fire didn't really have team logos, just team names.
Oh yeah, the logos
I'm
were
I
basically
really meant Mud, not Fire.
mud. Yeah.
C. C. E. Z. R. Z. Z. A. C. M.
No,
I'm going.
these logos look good.
What's it on? Where is the? I haven't. For example, I really like. If we talk about mod, I like both the intro and the thumbnails. They are simple and they really show and they really catch your eye with how simple they are.
Hmm. But the question still stands. If you watched Mod 2, you'd probably know the team logos. You've probably seen the team logos. What do you think of them?
I I am I've well
Not watched? Mod
I find
2?
I got to the section of I've got to the section of the logos on the department on the department
Uh,
I like how organized it is, the on- but the only thing I should say is but
I was actually in about that logo. I was actually inspired by uh, plaques on plaques of local government offices,
oh well, considering that.
and also I just didn't have any other better idea. Also,
So
because the name department can be applied because the name department can refer to a branch of local government.
yeah, yeah, that will be the first thing I will, at least in the Spanish equivalent of the word. That's the what I would
Hmm.
why I will relate the word with, because yeah, I've seen some signs from places that are funded by the government, they and they are similar in the fact that most of the time they are just white text and blue backgrounds rather than red. The brilliant. I see that you took the from the brilliant and logical. I don't know. Wait, what did you take inspiration from for the ball? I don't know if it's either a teapot reference. I don't know if it's actual teapot reference or not for tennis ball's team name. What did you use for the what did you use for the tokens?
I create for the token is I actually used created them in Inkscape, which is a which is free software for vector graphics.
It's the free, so it's the free equivalent of Adobe Illustrator.
Uh, yes, but yes, that is correct. It I no it I've heard about it on. I randomly browsed Wikipedia one day and just saw that some SVGs were created using Inkscape. So that's that.
I it, maybe I'm so you when I tried Inkscape, I, I saw that it was based. It was similar more to the Scratch way of making vectors than the
Uh,
Illustrator
y-
way
y-
of making vectors because
yeah, because Scratch does you there because in Scratch there are of course because Scratch does have a vector mode for creating sprites. I'll
yeah.
just show. Um, wait, I should find those tokens. I think. Okay, I'll just take one of those tokens, open them open it in a code editor because that's what SVG because what SVGs are under the hood is just code.
It's based what I would rather say math because do you remember your science your physics classes, right? I I was
Mm,
I was told that since vectors it's the way of at least in physics are
mm.
the trajectory that
Yeah, but vector graphics is just like it uses simple shapes and paths to describe what something looks like.
yeah. For example, the equation a divided by the squared divided by s- x squared a divided by square
Actually,
x
maybe I'll
plus
just show the, how a part of one of the tokens I made looks like under the hood, but wait, maybe you should be, but you should, wait, you're sharing the screen, so I,
yeah
so
I'm going yeah
what's,
I'm
oh,
I don't know if this is I don't know if this is
oh,
sharing oh
yeah,
here it is
yeah, it looks like this one, just a part of the file.
yeah
This is a path element where uh, the D attribute describes what exactly to do, which is to either move the marker or to create a curve, for example.
yeah uh so it's like the pen tool from Illustrator.
Hmm. But, but in this case, I no, but in this case of the tokens I've used path manipulation uh, to create different shapes. Mm, mm.
Hmm.
Mhm. Um, Carlos, I think I might have to leave because I want to work on the fire elimination order video.
Yeah. Don't worry. The
Hmm.
stream was about to end, anyways. So
Yeah.
all I want to say
So
is
I
that,
guess you'll also be coming back to Discord
yeah, I'll try to
because
between today and
the
tomorrow.
Deluxe Gauntlet won't really continue without you on Discord, and because there's literally a Discord server for that.
Yeah. So the what I want to say is thank you for being with me, and
No problem, Carlos.
I'm glad that we managed to talk during this moment.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. And if there was and for anyone that have been watching the stream, I'm glad that you've been during this whole time. And until next time, see you later. Bye. So this is everything for today, huh? Well, see you on the next time. Probably tomorrow when the BFDI camp is uploaded.